giving me the head nod. Hello,
Yeah,
everyone. This is
doing?
the Pear podcast, episode number 14.
That's right. Here we are. How's it going?
14 episodes in. I can't believe it.
14. I know. We've got in the double digits. Eventually, the triple digits.
Yeah, we got a while for
We
that.
got a while.
But
Oh, yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get there. I am so excited today. Do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Because we have another special guest.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So on the other line here we have Harley.
Hey,
Hello. Hey, guys.
Hello.
How's it going, Harley?
I'm good. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm glad I get to be on today.
I love that.
Awesome. Awesome. Harley's one of our lovely buddies that plays at One Up with us.
And he works there.
And he works there, and he's one of our judges.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about everything with that. So,
Oh, Lord.
So don't say anything,
Probably get myself fired today. No, I love where I work, so I'm good.
Awesome. Well, start us off. Harley, you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm going to be an interesting guest. A lot of your other guests are so quiet and proper, and I'm probably going to be crazy, so I apologize. They're all demure.
We love
And-
crazy.
Demure.
by the
Okay,
way.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
They're all demure, and I'm just going to talk your heads off. But no, what do you want to know? I grew up in Florida. I have been a fan of three things all my life: Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, and comic books. They were always a great escape. I played mostly the video games when I was younger, and but I say recently, but it's been several years. I've been into the card game. Started collecting, played online when it was online, and then started live, and then finally found some communities to play in person.
Nice.
I like long walks on short piers. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Awesome. When you started, did you start playing like at One Up, or did you, when is that the
No.
community that you found, or was there before that?
No, I did. The first in person I did was actually Silver Tempest, which is still kind of recent, but it was at a place in Dalton. I forget the name of it. It was a smaller place, but they were doing a pre-release there, and I didn't get to play. I didn't get to play, even though I got the cards, because they were teaching kids, and I don't want to make it sound as bad as it sounds. I'm not saying, oh, the stupid kids. It was good.
But the stupid kids.
Yeah, no. They just took a while, and I got nervous because it was my first time, and I left before we even started playing, which was crazy. And then I found another community in Dalton at Battlegrounds, and played there for a long time, but it's about an hour drive, and I got kids with after school, so I couldn't stay there. And then One Up started, and so I started there, and that's where I met y'all.
Very nice.
That's right.
We love a good story.
Yeah.
So Harley, I already know the answer to this question, but tell our viewers out there, what is your favorite Pokemon and why?
Oh, there's so many. I don't know which one I would choose. I couldn't. Metagross.
I knew that.
Everybody knows it's Metagross. I have a lot of Pokemon I like Miraidon from the newest set is. When I saw it on the box art, I was like, that's the one I'm gonna get. Y'all know I'm a fan of Tinkaton.
Yeah.
Lately I've been playing a lot of Palafin, so he's been a cool one. But no, Metagross has always been since Gen 3 one of my favorites.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a big metal spider is what I always kind of.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Big old metal spider.
Pretty much.
He's pseudo as well, right? So I mean, any pseudo legendary is pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know what draws me to him, but I've always been a fan of Metagross. Every time.
I distinctly remember playing when we first started One Up playing. You had that quad Metagross deck.
Yeah,
and Metagross V and V Max.
I'll never forget when I first started playing that deck. It was at Battlegrounds, and I remember one of the guys I was playing said, "Oh, a Metagross deck," and someone else turns around and goes, "I didn't expect that today," and it just I don't know if that stuck with me, but Metagross for some reason. And when it comes to TCG, I'm not a mind games guy. I'm a big swinger kind of guy, so I like the big hits.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Metagross,
Even in the TCG, even in TCG, he's my favorite.
Yeah, most of his attacks he's a big hitting Pokemon.
He is.
Definitely is. All right, Harley, would you consider yourself a casual or a competitive player?
Both.
I love being competitive in the good way, of course.
Yeah.
You guys know we have our inside jokes of when we beat somebody or when we lose to somebody, but I like to be competitive. I've never been to a regionals. That's my next goal. But I also like the casual of it. It's fun to just like when we're trying new decks or in locals and just playing around and seeing what's new, like you guys did today. I know we'll talk about later, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's just fun to me. It's one of the reasons I love having y'all see me love the Pokemon I play, and I don't tend to vary from them is because I love when I play them, you know. But
Definitely.
it's a favorite of the Pokemon, and I like that there's variety and there's even though they're the big meta decks, there's not they don't always win. You can win with other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Harley,
Hmm.
um, how has Pokemon made an impact on your life? Talk a little bit about that.
Like, am I supposed to get deep here or?
I mean, you can get as
Get it?
deep as
Yeah.
you want. Get in the weeds if you want, you know. We
Oh,
only have an
okay.
hour though.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we
How,
ain't timed around here. Nah, don't listen to that. We
well,
just got potato soup on the stove. That's what I'm worried about.
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
I'm coming over there. No, so it's made a like I said at the beginning, Pokemon and Legend of Zelda and comic books. I've always been into fantasy. I had a little bit of a rough childhood, so being fantasizing about things or being a superhero was always my thing, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I loved Pokemon because of one. When I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, cool animals! You get to, not control them, but be their buddies, and fight with them and have fun." It was what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I just loved
Escaping?
it.
Like,
Yeah, I think it was just a great idea. Just like even down to the details, like you don't kill Pokemon, they faint, so you can
right.
revive them. They
Yeah.
don't die, So it was just a thing where everything was happy and fun, even when you're fighting. You battled for fun, not because you're angry or anything like that,
Yeah.
unless you're Team Rocket. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have always loved stuff like that. But Pokemon, I know this. People say the stories in the Pokemon games aren't all that sometimes, but just I'm a story-oriented guy. Gave an
Yeah.
escape, and it was fun. So I just
I
loved it.
like that.
That's awesome. We love
Yeah.
that. So, guys,
Yeah.
we have a question of the week here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go first
Okay, you want me to
because
read it to
ladies
you then?
first, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, go ahead and read it.
All right. This kind of question we come up is kind of, tying to our guest a little bit.
Yeah.
What job affiliated with Pokemon would you love to have?
Omar's job. Oh, wait. Sorry.
I'm
I
gonna
was
tell
not
him you said that.
Omar, sorry. Whoa, whoa. That slipped out. I apologize. No. um, I would love to run a card shop, but I think one of the jobs affiliated with Pokemon I would love to have. I would love to like judge a big event like these Brazil events and stuff like that. That would be awesome. Just be there, even like talking with people, kind of like a
If you were like a commentator or
yeah commentator or
host
something
kind
like
of
that.
thing?
I'm nowhere near good enough for commentating, but even just to be there judging or running the little kids tables, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Just to be
big
there.
event.
Yeah, that'd
Just
be
have the
cool.
Pokemon to fly you out places to,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be the
I
dream.
like that one. I like that. Harley?
Also, Omar's job. No, I'm just kidding. For anybody who doesn't know, that's my boss. That's where we play locally.
Shout out
Um,
Omar.
Shout out to Omar. I really love the job I have. At work, I'm more the online guy, fill orders, pull orders, and list things. Um, but being a judge there is really fun. I get to do like next week we have a 1K tournament, and I'm going to get to judge that. Today we did a VGC tournament. I'm also certified for that, and I got to do that. Um, we went to a convention a
Oh,
couple weeks
perfect.
ago. Yeah, we had pretty good. But 2 weeks ago, I think it was, we went to a convention, maybe three, and I mean, just looking around at people with similar likes and similar things, I turned to one of our other guys, Dakota, and I said, I really love being a nerd nowadays. It used to be looked down
Mhm.
upon. Now it's even more fun than it was before. I just,
I have a follow-up question to this, Harley.
oh,
What
Lord.
what is your favorite part about working in a card shop? What is like something you wake up to you're like, wow, I can't wait to blank, fill in the blank.
I love. Okay, well, I have to answer this a different way.
Hmm.
It's going to seem like rambling. I'm the kind of guy who will watch TikTok, and when it gets to like, America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, and they hit the golden buzzer, I love watching the part when the confetti's coming down and those people are so happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
When they have soldiers coming home videos, I love to see the reaction of the people. So I like when people are happy. So when you get like, for instance, we had a kid today come in, and he was looking at garbage Pokemon cards, but because they were shiny and because Pikachu was big on there, he was just absolutely excited.
That's
And I don't
awesome.
care how garbage the card is. If that's how you're excited, that's awesome. When people come in and they just try a new deck or they have fun, I really love when people come in, they get to nerd out about stuff they're excited about and share that with other people.
Well said. I
I
love
said, yeah,
that.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Dalton, what do you think?
I had
What's your
something up
dream job?
to tell Harley.
Yeah.
Hearing him talk about like going to those conventions and being like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I
that's
love
so
being
fun.
a nerd."
Yeah.
Harley, I can't wait for you to go to your first regional because that's
Oh,
the kind of
Lord.
feeling
You're
I
gonna
get.
so nerd out.
It's one of those feelings I get when I walk to the regional for the first time. Is like it's just awesome to see hundreds of people all gathered in one big building, like all sharing a big fascination with one thing. It's such a cool feeling.
Well, one of the things I thought about finally finding a locals to play at, be it Battlegrounds or one up here in Northwest Georgia, I thought, wow, there are other people here who like to do the nerdy things that I used to get made fun of for, and like-minded people. It was such a different experience than playing at home, either, TCG online or now live, or just playing the games at home and thinking about what could be. You see these people on YouTube or whatever playing at nationals, and you're like, where's that locally? You never know where to look. Well, we found it.
We did.
We
That's
did.
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, as a job for me affiliate with Pokemon, what I think would be fun to do is
You want to be Chip Ritchie, don't you?
No.
Chip.
No.
You better watch out, man.
I think designing, like being a game designer, I don't know if I have enough brain power to do it, but like,
Sure you do.
I would like to be one of the people that design the Pokemon cards and design them like.
You want to be the illustrator contest
Well,
people.
no, because I
That'd be
can't draw
fun.
worth to save my
That
life.
would be fun.
If I was any good at drawing, I would say yes. But I want somebody that be like the people that come up with the like. This is what we're going to be coming out in the future. Like we're going to be making, this is the next gimmick, and then we get, even if I was like just like one of the testers to say, hey, this is how this is going to go in the future.
That'd be
Like,
awesome.
I think that'd be a real cool job to have, like part of the game development team of like Pokemon. Now, like I said, I don't know if I'd be any good at it, but
I
I'm
think
talking
you'd be great at that.
dream job. I think it'd be fun to just kind of like be in that process of like development, I guess is the word. I'm
Game
looking for.
development.
Yeah, game development.
There's a degree for that. We'll sign you up tomorrow.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, that would be my like. That'd be one that I think I'd love to have. If I could draw, yes, I'd love to do like the drawings, but I can't draw.
Oh my god, wouldn't we all want that?
Yeah, that'd be really
Goodness.
cool too. But yeah, that's mine.
Cool.
You'd be really good at that. You should do that.
You should.
I don't. Seems too big. Seems too scary.
Dream
Nothing's too
big, Dalton. Dream big.
Dream big. There you go. All right. So let's talk about how our weeks went.
Yeah. Nowhere during the week again.
Nowhere during the week. I'm carless right now for our viewers out there. Bambi hit my car, so I am out of commission for about another week.
You got hit by a deerling.
Yeah, I got hit by a deerling.
And Bambi is delicious. No, I'm just
Bambi is delicious.
I wish. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Where's he at?" He did a hit.
Some
and run.
chili or something.
Yeah, we didn't get nothing out of it but a $500 bill.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we missed out on Thursday and on Saturday. You unfortunately didn't get to go.
Yeah, Harley, talk about how the performance Saturday at 1
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of people. Apparently, there was another event, a cup that was going on. So the judges, it's professors only. What we did, a professors only showdown, we called it, because we can't call it a cup.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but some showed, and we had a good time. I forget who won. I mean, I know who won. It was a guy from Atlanta, but I forget what deck he was playing.
I was asked, do you know what he played?
I don't even remember. I've done so many events this weekend. I'm surprised I remember who I am.
The life of a judge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I did 3 events today, so
that's true.
You did VGC, TCG, and the children thing, right?
Yeah, I was teaching people how to play.
Awesome
too. I'll sit back watching because you busted out those
Battle Academy.
Battle Academies. Yeah, I saw 2 little
back.
kids sitting there playing.
It was fun.
It's a good way to teach them.
Oh yeah,
it is. Now they have a book in there where you can teach them how to, like, step by step. It says flip this card, now do this. I threw that out.
Yeah,
it's just kids just like to lay down cards and see the attacks and go battle. So I teach them that way.
They can take that book at home, and if they ever feel like reading, flip it through. When you're right there, just flip a card over and stuff.
That's the way to do it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, skipped out during the week. Hopefully this week we may get to more, but
Sunday, we
Shit.
went to one of games in Northwest Georgia. As a little plug for Harley right there.
She liked the
There
way
you
you said that. She
I like
liked
that.
it.
So I played Maridon against my better judgment, but it's okay. I went 2-2. Round 1, I played
Me.
you against Slay King EX, won that game. Round 2, I lost against Dragapult. Round 3, I lost against Pikachu Lost Box. And then I won against Gardevoir EX. So
2-2?
2-2.
Oh, what do you know?
We did okay.
That's what I win as well.
You did.
Yeah, 2-2.
Talk about what you played.
Yeah, do I wanna
I mean, I already said it.
That's
so you
true,
might as well.
So I've been on a kick of wanting to try because Surging Sparks came out, and I really want to try all the new EXs and just give it a whirl. Last week I played Archlodon, and so this week I was like, Slay King EX. It has a really good attack. I tried a kind of little concoction of my own, playing like Grand Tree as the A spec, and it's almost kind of like a Charizard build because you play Pidgeot. But yeah, it didn't go that well.
How much does Slay King attack for?
280 for 2 energy, but it has a little like ability that says, if your opponent doesn't have an EX or a V in play, then that Pokemon can't attack. So I'm really relying on a lot. And sometimes people were playing little fringe decks. I wouldn't say they were fringe, but let's go to my results up. Round 1, I played against you, which you would think, I would have had a better.
You got whomped
because you play a lot of EXs and Vs.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't get going. You got going a lot quicker than me, which you should. It's Maridon.
Yeah.
Round 2, I hit Gardevoir EX. It's one of those that I was like kind of scared to play. The lady I was playing was a little bit newer, and that kind of benefited me a little bit because the Guardy, like, all she had to do is not drop the Gardevoir EX. And then I wouldn't have been able to do much. I do play the baby Slay King, but I learned the flaws in my deck pretty quickly, but I managed to squeeze that game out.
Okay.
Round 3, I lost again to Gardevoir EX. Or not again, but I played Gardevoir EX again, and I lost that round. Kind of what, I was expecting, because there wasn't that much. This was definitely a different list, too. He had some Mawiles and stuff like that, which kind of were trapping me, and I wasn't really all prepared for that.
Okay.
And then round 4, I hit Palkia Dusknoir, one of my old decks. I kind of knew the way abouts to play around it, and got real lucky with an Iono late game, and he wasn't able to get the knockout with Greninja EX, which I think that my opponent also didn't look to check to see that Slay King's weak to fighting. So I was terrified the whole game as soon as we said, I don't want to see Greninja. That thing can one-shot everything in my
And they
deck.
didn't even know.
He didn't realize it till the end, yeah. I was like,
okay.
We got to help our peeps out and say, hey, in case you ever see this again, surely you wouldn't because it's Slay King.
Yeah.
But, that Greninja can just murder this whole deck.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, 2-2 for me.
2-2 for you. Harley, did you play at all this week?
I sure did. I played a lot locally on my computer on TCG Live. All the events I went to, I was the judge.
There you go.
Like we said, I judged 3 events today, and then yesterday I judged as well. I don't go Thursdays because I work in the morning, and I need Thursdays off. But Sundays at 1UP is pretty much where I go. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say it weird. Sundays at 1UP is where I pretty much go.
Love that. Clip that.
I do want to clear some things up, though. As a technical professor, I am a professor, which means I am specializing in Pokemon. Somebody at this event decided to call Slay King a monkey.
Oh.
And I took issue with that because he is a sloth, as everybody pointed out to him that we told.
Okay, do sloths have hands?
Yes.
I thought they had three.
They still have hands.
Fingers, 100%. Right?
No, yeah, but they still have hands.
That's the 3-toed sloth.
So is there different kind of sloths?
Yes.
There are different kind of sloths.
Okay. Technicality.
A trip to the Atlanta Zoo in our future.
There we
Next
go.
time on the Pear podcast.
And since I'm also still a professor, I wanted to clear up the Weedle thing. The Weedle is brown.
Thank you. W in the chat for Harley. W.
Well, okay, just because you're a professor doesn't mean y'all both aren't colorblind,
No, it's Persian.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's a big one. Persian is definitely tan. He is not
Yeah.
brown.
And tan is a shade of what?
White?
Brown.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Professor. I appreciate that.
No
Thank
one
you.
called him gray, and I nearly went nuts in the comments of that post.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. Let's move on to the main topic we have.
The main topic, LAIC was this past weekend in Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, I think so it's
Sao
called.
Paulo.
Brazil?
I'm so sorry, Brazilians. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, for all the Brazilians out there listening.
So sorry.
We'll see.
It was in Brazil. We'll just say that. It was a great event. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. VGC, TCG, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Go,
Yep.
all those different things. Junior, seniors, masters.
Now we are talking this up a lot, but I'm going to be honest with our viewers.
Yeah.
I didn't watch much of this.
Yeah, we did not.
I'm
because
gonna be
Stellar Crown or Searching Sparks was not legal.
Yeah, so this was like the last big tournament with before the new card. So my interest in it was at a very
yeah, it's very hard to watch when the top cut was a Reggie Drago mirror.
Yeah, like, as in the finals was a mirror.
Finals, yes.
Yeah. But we are going to go over it because it's still important to go over what one IC's. Winning an IC is a phenomenal,
it's a huge deal.
Deal. So right here we got our day one deck analysis on what was played and kind of your typical what was in the top at 15% was Raging Bolt.
Raging Bolt. All right.
The people still love the deck. It's crazy. Followed up by Lugia at 10%. Terapagos had a good little showing
up there. Yeah,
9% was Terapagos, and I have a feeling like a lot of that might have been due to Tord doing really well with it. He plays
100%.
Yeah, so it's going to kind of influence.
Anything Tord does is going to get played a lot.
Oh, absolutely,
definitely.
Yeah.
And then, surprisingly, what is this? Fourth was Ready Drago, only 8%. So out of the total 1,800 decks there, only 162 of them were Ready Drago.
And we're seeing Charizard back on the map there at 8% as well.
Right.
That's crazy.
Followed up by Palkia Dusknoir at 6%. So that was for day one. Excuse me. And then we're going to flip to day two here, and the conversion rate kind of flips upside down a little bit. The best converted deck into day two was the Terapagos deck.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Going from 9% of the day shooting up to 14% of day two. Then followed by Ready Drago. So I always like to look at it. It's kind of nice to look up 162 players on Ready Drago in day one. Out of that, 22 people made it.
Wow.
Raging Bolt was the third highest at 12%. Lugia stuck around 9%. Charizard, and then at 7%. And then bringing up the rear, Gardevoir snuck in with 6% making it to day two.
Yeah.
And
quite a spread there.
Yeah, I mean, all besides Guardy from day one to day two, day one, Palkia Dusknoir kind of flopped off. Didn't make the day two bracket. I'm sure some decks made it, but as far as how many made it to day two, and then Gardevoir kind of replaced it, and the other 5 decks kind of just scrambled around a little bit. But let's go over what made the top cut.
Yeah, so some of the top decks, first and second, Reggie Drago. Third, Goldango.
Yeah, that wasn't even on there.
Hey.
Hey,
who was it on Goldango that made it?
I can't pronounce their name. I'm not even going to try.
They got dangoed.
They got dangoed for sure. Your typical Goldango list with Spiritomb in it. Morty's Conviction is in there. That's an interesting one. But that was cool to see.
Third place, yeah.
Reggie Drago fourth, Charizard, Guardy, Terapagos Dusknoir, Drago, Charizard knocked out.
You're going past top 8 now.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm going to 16.
I got you.
We got some Iron Thorns, Reggie Drago. I see Cloth in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at that 13, that Cloth.
Cloth, oh my goodness. Roaring Moon, Charizard Pidgeot, Terapagos, and a Lost Box right at the tail end there.
Mm-hmm.
So That's crazy. What a widespread for the last regional of the Stellar Crown format.
I don't know, widespread. I'm looking at just the top 8 because that's where it really matters. You make it the top
There's
8.
a lot of Reggie.
There is 4. Half of the top 8 is Reggie Drago.
4. And in the top 4, there's 3 of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Reggie Drago is just too dang strong right now.
I'm ready for it to go away.
Yeah, it's got all the options.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I am so ready. And the only way it's going to go, I think, is when rotation happens.
Rotation.
Yeah. So we still got a little bit longer to deal with dang Drago.
Any deck lists that stick out to you guys? Looking at all the decks that we can see on Limitless here. Anything sticking out to you guys?
Like as far as the tournament?
Yeah, as far as the tournament goes, any decks that stick out to you?
I think it's interesting to me, as popular as Terapagos has been, there's only one in the top 8, and you don't see another one until 17th.
Yeah.
That shocks me. Reggie Drago doesn't shock me. Goldango's a nice little surprise in there. I don't care about Guardy. It's a good deck. I don't care. And then to see Charizard back again, twice in the top 10, that's interesting. But the one that really shocks me is Terapagos only being one of them in the top 8.
I agree. Yeah. That Noctowl is so. Noctowl is just such a crazy card to help out in that deck.
Yes.
Something. Oh, go ahead, baby.
Go ahead. You're good. Go ahead.
Something I'd like to point out that I was looking at is the top 2 decks. So for the finals, the 2 Reggie Dragos, they're different. And what I'm looking at what I think makes it different in the mirror, at least, which probably gave the guy who won first place probably the advantage. Because anytime I look at Dragos, I look at what Dragon's playing, and he's playing in the winning list, playing Haxorus, but also playing Hisui and Gudra V-Star.
Yeah,
and I think that helps out huge in the mirror to take 80 less damage when you're in a mirror match like that yourself. That prevents your opponent from instantly knocking out with Giratina or anything like that with 280.
Yeah.
So I think if you're worried about Drago, I think that top list with the it definitely gave him the advantage for it. The difference the other guy was playing, which I've seen it pop up a little bit in Drago, which is odd to me, but he's playing a 1/1 of the, which gives you, opens up, combos for you for days if you can actually get it pulled off.
Right.
Yeah. What stuck out to me is actually the 10th place list.
Yeah.
They are playing Terapagos as well as Charizard.
Whoa.
And Hoot Hoot Noctowl, so it's kind of a combo of both of those
They
decks.
just shoved those 2 decks together and said, make something happen. Hey, he made 10.
Yeah.
That is cool. Funky, yeah.
It's very cool to see. I don't know how it works. I'm not even going to try that, but it worked for them, so.
Yeah, it sure did.
Got them a little bit of money, so.
One thing about Charizard the Charizard EX in this format is that you can shove just about anything with it. You might not win every time, but Charizard decks are always going to be meta relevant, in the top of the meta, and you can shove anything. I've seen the Lost Box, I've seen Terapagos, I've seen it all.
I mean, yeah, we saw Towards List last regional, and that just goes to show you can throw anything together as long as it works for you. You're gonna rise to the top.
Yeah. More reps with it if you're just familiar with your decks more. Like that key example, this Goldango player. I don't know about this one, but I don't think it's the same person. I can't remember his name, Yell or something like that. I think he's a European player that's just hardcore into Goldango.
Oh, GL or something?
Yeah. He just, these people that play these little decks that probably aren't like a meta-relevant deck, but they just play it so much.
They've been playing it so much.
I said know the right things to do.
Yep. I said that if I go to a regional anytime in the next couple months, like I really want to go to San Antonio for fun, I'm bringing like Palafin because nobody expects Palafin. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. And just see how people react to having to play around that. Or something like it.
Definitely. And you just know your matchups and how to play what you do.
Exactly.
The sky's the limit as long as you know what you're doing against because that's kind of the advantage you have a little bit. What everybody else is playing. They're not going to know what you're playing. How many people you think, like I said, probably practice against Palafin?
None.
Exactly. None. When I first brought that one up, I did really well.
Yeah, you played it a few times now, so we're learning, Harley. We're learning.
Oh yeah, cat's out of the bag. But see, it's fun with those decks. But then you got that deck that lone Guardy sitting in 6th place because that deck is really complicated. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
looking at right now. I don't see anything out of it. It looks like it's the turbo version with the secret box.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Guardies. Guardy gets on my nerves sometimes. It's one of those decks that you think you have the advantage, you're moving, and then all of a sudden all your Pokemon are gone.
It's funny that it's psychic because Guardy will play mind games with you when you think you've got.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you think you got that game matched up or wrapped up. Guardy comes out of nowhere and just beats you for it. It's funny. Well, it's not funny when it happens to you, but
no,
you know.
yeah, oh yeah.
One thing I'm going through is the juniors and seniors as well, because we do have that on
Oh yeah,
as well. So looking at the seniors breakdown, Gabriel Fernandez, shout out to you, buddy. You took it down again. Charizard Pidgeot. So the same kind of thing. A lot of Reggie Drago, a lot of Charizard in these lists too.
Hey, you got a Raging Bolt making it through.
A Raging Bull did make it through.
But it's cool for Charizard. It seems like probably two of the best because I think in juniors too, Charizard won it, right?
Yep, juniors, a lot of
Oh my God,
Charizard, a lot of
Charizard.
Roaring Moon
Yeah,
too.
Ancient crazy in
Stall.
juniors.
Ooh, Roaring Moon's back.
Mm-hmm.
Man, take a look at them.
Yeah, some Ancient Box and some just the Turbo Moon.
Wow.
And I think for this like format, the big two probably like most successful deck so far. I hope Surging Sparks changes a little bit, and we'll get to see that here coming up.
Yeah.
But Reggie Drago and Charizard, results wise, I think they're two probably the highest. I wish I had the numbers and the capability of actually looking that up. But I know we're always either talking about Zard or Drago. Every now and then you throw in a Raging Bolt or something like that. But especially Drago and Charizard to me are probably some of the two best decks in the format all together.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much.
Here's me hoping Surging Sparks, the big Pikachu can come through and make something happen. Let Pikachu fight all these, bad things away.
Yeah,
Not bad, I hate to say that, but it's time. I've had enough of it,
It's time, yes. In my Mariah Carey voice.
Alrighty. Anything else y'all want to talk about with the LAIC? That's another thing. I know I just asked y'all and then I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's our next step. I'd love to go to an international championship because that's like in stepwise. You have locals, you have cups, the challenges cups, you have regionals. That's where we're at. The next step up is ICs.
Oh, we gotta start saving our coins.
And they do.
Get
I think
two
it's
jobs.
only 3 ICs, right? It's LAIC,
NAIC,
and
OAIC.
No,
Oceania.
EUIC.
Yeah, they did do Oceania, but they've cut that one.
They have cut that.
3. So now I think
That'd
all
be cool to go
possibilities
to.
would be NAIC because that's where we are here.
Yeah, that'll be in New Orleans this year.
That's a Nolans.
That is a knowledge trip. I think that'd be cool to go to.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my next goal. Feasible goal. Just depends how much cash you got in your pocket. And
we got a couple pennies.
Worlds would be a different story. Worlds I'd love to go to, but you have to earn that kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of points.
Yeah. And I ain't nowhere. I think I'm a max of 30 CP points right now.
You got more than me.
So I definitely ain't in that top 250 anywhere right now, but you never know. I'm gonna roll up to one of these ICs and then boom, win it.
You might win it, yeah.
There you go. Don't the ICs get automatic invite?
Yeah. I don't know if it's top 4. I know first place does.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's first.
Yeah, and same thing with regionals. If you win regionals, you get an
automatic invite.
So just win in Orlando or San Antonio or win in New Orleans and you're in.
You're in, yeah. Yep. That's it.
That's all you got to do.
About points around
Easy.
Here, Easy.
One of the things I want to point out, though, we all talk about kind of the Reggie Drago deck and stuff. One of the things I want to point out about people playing this game is that you can't count cards out. Reggie Drago's about to rotate, but for the last little bit of time, suddenly one little tiny card came out, and suddenly this deck is a beast.
Yeah.
I was looking at one of the decks here on the list, and I was like, well, there's Cleffa. Look at little 30 HP Cleffa making a huge difference in decks. Look at these little Noctowls and stuff. You guys can't. That's the beauty of the game. we keep repeating at work. Every Pokemon is somebody's favorite, and
Absolutely.
the Pokemon just fit into these decks. You can't count out these little cards. And I'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, that's the beauty I love of looking at these decks and seeing what's going on. You see all Pokemon. It's not just Charizards and Venusaurs and Regidrago. There's so many cards in there that are so intricate to play. It's amazing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's nice. You almost have like that support role for all these other smaller Pokemon that are needed. You couldn't make this deck function without some.
Yeah, you can't, and it's fun. Like, who'd have thought Cleffa would have been a major player in a TCG or any game?
Right. Oh yeah.
But here it
Yeah.
is.
So we have reached my favorite part of the podcast, news.
Yeah.
So we've got a few news items to talk about. The first one being there are some beautiful new secret rare cards revealed from Terrestrial Festival EX, which is our Prismatic Evolution set that's coming in January. Some of those are a fresh looking Goldango EX. It's amazing. We've got a Teal Mask Ogerpon, Friends in Paldea, a new Dragapult, a Blood Moon, and a what's this one? Terapicos?
That is a new
And a new
Terapicos.
Terapicos here. So we've got 6 new art rare cards that are just freaking beautiful. And I don't know if we talked about this A spec that's coming out, but it's called Treasure Gadget. Search your deck for up to 5 Pokemon tool cards, reveal them, and put them into your shuffle your deck.
No, I think that's a new one. I hadn't heard about that one.
Okay, that's a new one. So Treasure Gadget, 5 tool cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
there's a
Rotom V-Star is now live again.
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's
I
going to
don't
make
know if
Riverroom relevant.
Yeah.
Revavroom,
Room
yep.
would be good. I'm curious how much difference. I can't remember the name of the card, but a card that like was coming out like it searched out TMs. You remember we talked about it a while back. I don't remember what it's called. Searches out like 4 or 5 TMs. So Rotom V-Star could be a little crazy.
It could be.
Getting all these tool cards out.
I did not read Friends in Paldea. That's a new card. Just draw 3 cards.
Yeah, just the typical friends cards.
But
That's
the
cool.
new Illustrator one is really cool.
Yeah, you do want to gather
It's
all
got
those
Arvin and Penny. I'm taking a little selfie, so I like that.
That new Goldango, though.
Yeah, that's nice. He's surfing on them coins.
Beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
that reminds me of when last week when you beat me in our match in locals, and you just fling the cards at me like they were
Yeah.
coins.
Making it rain.
You know, make it rain.
Yeah. How dare you?
I'm not gonna lie. Out of my favorite elite, that Blood Moon.
That Blood Moon is nice.
So hardcore.
Yeah.
That is a sick looking Blood Moon.
Even the Dragapult.
The Dragapult looks really nice. So yeah, all these.
It's probably
This is coming out of what set?
The Prismatic Evolutions in January.
Gotcha. So it's gonna be like their big reprint kind of special set where we get nice cards.
I need 4 Goldangos. If anyone pulls any, let me know.
What else we got?
Yeah, so the next thing here, Terapicos EX UPC Ultra Premium Collection is coming out November 22nd, which is very soon, I think Friday.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes. And so I want to talk about the contents and look at these energy cards. These energy cards are kind of like ice energy cards. They look really cool. But in this UPC collection, you'll get 18 booster packs, 3 promo cards of Terapicos EX, Lapras EX, and Cinderace EX, 8 foil cracked ice, that's what it is. Energy, a playmat, a deck box, Ultra Pro one-touch protector for 3 cards, including base, a metallic coin, 6 damage counter dice, 2 plastic condition markers, and a code for PTGG Live.
So you get one of each energy, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Perfect for Goldango,
Perfect for Goldango.
Perfect.
But that means, if
make
I
it rain in
play
style.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be hard.
Play set's gonna be difficult. Yeah.
I ain't buying 4
UPCs,
but definitely gonna be a hunt for those. Those cracked ice energy.
They look really cool. I love them.
And then what we got?
The packs are like Stellar Crown, Temporal Forces. I can't see the other ones, but I'm sure there'll be some Surging Sparks in there.
I would hope so.
With that, I would hope, yeah. So that is that. Next thing, you might want to talk about this.
I would add this. I thought this was interesting. I was looking for new stuff to talk about, and so apparently a few days ago, the French Twitter account for McDonald's, jokingly tweeted out a fake Big Mac card.
Oh, so it's fake? It's not even
Yeah,
real?
it's not real. Yeah, this is an actual real card, but they tweeted out, and it's probably for tie-in, because the card looks like we've talked about a little bit TCG Pocket.
Yeah.
We played a little bit of it, got you into it a little. Yeah, they tweeted out a picture of a Big Mac card, and I just thought the card looked goofy. And all it was just potentially like teasing, McDonald's does promotions with Pokemon, and that gets us all to the Happy Meal. Get some cards because we're all, or at least I know I'm a sucker for stamp cards. I don't have too many of the McDonald's ones, but yeah, I just had to include it. I thought that Big Mac card looked goony. It was funny to me. Little French Big Mac over here.
We'll see if it comes out.
If we get any McDonald's promo cards, I wish they'd go to the other one and do Burger King. I really like collecting those stamp cards because they included like the set name on it, like Diamond and Pearl era. I don't think there's been any since then. McDonald's, they just have the little arches on it usually, but it's kind of cool still. I'm just a sucker for stamp cards.
Definitely. So we have some Pokemon TCG Pocket news. They have announced that there will be a trade feature coming in January. Now, the feature will only allow certain cards to be traded, though, and they will gradually expand the collection of cards over time. And also, there'll be new booster packs added to the game by the end of the year. So.
Oh, get new. Harley, how do you feel about Pocket?
It scratches the itch to open packs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It really does, and I like seeing cards that are different than TCG Live or in person. But I haven't done battles on it yet.
Gotcha. I've been scratching the surface a little bit with that.
Mm-hmm.
The mechanics for it is vastly different from like actual playing Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
And I've learned like going second is just very ideal. Most of the times,
definitely,
I lose when I go first because you don't get to attach an energy
from like the energy pod or whatever it's called. I forget.
Right.
Yeah.
So
which is so weird to me.
Right. But yeah, it's been fun. It's like I said, scratches that itch, right?
Yeah. Have you guys tried Pokemon Sleep too? I know that's not in the news, but
no.
It's kind of one of those niche market, just kind of fun things to do. And that's how I see this. It's like there's people who take Pokemon Pocket really serious, but like to me, it's like Sleep. It's just one of those fun things where if you're doing it, you can catch Pokemon or open cards. I didn't expect it to be as big as it was.
Right. Oh yeah.
Now is Pokemon Sleep kind of the same ideal thing?
It's based on your sleep patterns, I guess. And like it gives you certain Pokemon if you're a nose breather, or if you talk in your sleep, you get certain Pokemon, things like that. It's just one of those. It's fun to do when you have nothing else to do.
Oh goodness! If something goes off your sleep, what happens?
The government's gonna be tracking.
No, I'm just saying you sleep for 12 hours at a time. You're probably gonna get a legendary.
I'm gonna get all this. What is it? The
you sleep so dang much, you could close your eyes and go to sleep. Me, I have a poor Scraggy or Scrafty or something because I get like 4 hours of sleep max.
Yeah,
I don't know how that goes, but
Sleep is fun. But I kind of put those two games in that same category. It's fun. You'll get fun Pokemon, and you can do different tasks. But I don't know. I'm not that much into Pocket because I'm too busy playing on live, TCG Live, and I gotta practice those decks.
Right. Just a quick thing. So you said it scratched the itch. Have you pulled any big cards on Pocket?
No, except for a couple of illustrators, and I don't remember what they are without looking at them. But no, to me, less pulling the big cards. I'm really big on master setting in real life, so filling that decks is really what I want to do.
I understand, yeah. Have you heard about the like secret if you fill out the whole decks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you fill out the whole decks, you get a secret card.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. I like little Easter egg things like that.
Cool.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Like I know there's one that stuck out to me. Like you could earn a reward or whatnot. There's a Snorlax card, and
Yeah.
the Snorlax card has like a Bellsprout and an Oddish, and I'm drawing a blank on the last Pokeball in the card art. But then also there's a Bellsprout card, and you get his perspective looking at the Snorlax, and it's like his foot. It's the Snorlax foot, and then you have the Oddish's perspective looking at others, and there's like a little bonus thing. If you get all of those, you get a little. I like those little Easter eggs.
Yeah. How fun is stuff like that they come up with?
Exactly. That's what
is
I want to
that?
design. That's, things like that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, is that all of our news?
That's all the news we have.
Gotcha. You know what time it is?
Time for Harley to lose.
Oh.
Two super competitive people here. It is time for our guest showdown. And Harley in the shop today was gloating. He was like, I've been prepping. I've been ready for Guess That Pokemon. But when we have a guest on, we're going to have a guest versus one of us. We changed up the game a little bit, Harley.
Oh
Spring
yeah,
that
I was
on you,
warned.
bud.
I was
So
warned.
so the game I've come up with us is we are going to be guessing Pokemon cards. There's going to be cards specifically. You got to guess the Pokemon. But I'm going to be reading off the flavor text at the very bottom that nobody ever. And Pokemon cards, there's a little flavor kind of similar to a Pokedex. And so we'll go. It's going to be Keisha and Harley playing against each other. Read them all. Just right here of them. And I wanted to keep these cards kind of. I don't want to say all meta relevant, but they've definitely played cards at one point.
Mhm.
I don't want to go through, and they're going to be more recent cards because we know there's thousands and thousands of cards. I'm not going to pick something from base set Charizard or base set anything like that. So, so we're gonna go. Y'all each will buzz. It's gonna be first person to 3.
Okay.
And how we're gonna do it is I'll read the flavor text. Y'all each will try to guess. Whoever can guess first, but once both of y'all have guessed, and if y'all both miss it, I will give y'all a hint because we're gonna eventually figure out what it is. But it's whoever can figure it out first.
All right.
Sound good, Harley?
Bring it on.
Alrighty. See if I don't goof this up, and if the flavor text has the Pokemon name in it, I'm gonna say blank, obviously. Trying to think, there was something else. Oh, just so we'll both know, in case y'all don't, there is no EX cards that have a flavor text.
Okay.
If that helps y'all out any. We ready?
I was gonna
Right.
say if you say take 2 cards, prize cards, I'd know what it is.
Okay. It starts its life with a wondrous power that permits it to bond with any kind of Pokemon.
Oh, holy crap. I know that one. This game's so much harder in real life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Read it one more time.
It starts its life with a wondrous power that permits it to bond with any kind of Pokemon.
Mm.
I'll take the first guess. Buzz.
Let's hear it.
Ditto.
It is not
That's
Ditto.
what I was
That's
going
a
to say.
good
too.
guess.
That's a good one.
And if you either don't want to make a wild guess, y'all can put a timer on you. Got a lot of dead air.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. No guesses. Y'all ready? Or no guess for you. So y'all get buzz anytime. Here's the first hint. It is a water type basic card.
Buzz.
Yep.
Squirtle.
No.
Okay.
Isn't it meta relevant? And it's powerful.
Oh, it's meta relevant?
I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, it's potentially meta relevant or been around. It's definitely
Recent.
a played card. Yes.
How's it to bond?
It's a lot harder, huh?
Oh gosh, water.
Water basic.
Manaphy?
You got it.
Manaphy!
Manaphy. Yep.
How is that Manaphy?
That's what it's flavor text. It's just talking about what the Pokemon is.
Okay.
Starts its life with a wondrous power that permits it to bond with any kind of... I was going to read Rain Splash, so...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 1 point. Let me make a little tally here.
Yes, tally that down under my name, please.
All right, it's first one to 3. Let me get the next one up here. I'm so afraid I'm going to mess up and read the name in it. Y'all ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
The faster a blank can beat out a rhythm with its 2 sticks, the more respect it wins from its peers.
Ooh, that could be one of two. Oh, I want you to guess first.
So she can possibly take one of the 50-50?
Yeah.
Read it one more time.
The faster a blank can beat out a rhythm with its 2 sticks, the more respect it wins from its peers.
It's one of two.
That is not Rillaboom.
Okay.
So it's Thwacky.
It is Thwacky.
I knew it.
You had the 50-50. Harley
That's
said I'm a
2-0.
strategic. That is 2-0.
Thank you, Harley. I didn't know. Thank you.
I knew it was Rillaboom or Thwacky. That's why I said I wanted you to guess first. And I was gonna guess Thwacky because it was one of the stamp cards you got in the pre-release.
That's right.
true.
Yeah. Boom Boom Groove was the ability I was going to have. Okay. Keisha, baby, you got to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
All right. Oh, God, I can't read this one. Why can't I read this one? Okay, we're going to skip this one. I'll come back to it, look it up somewhere else. Not on my phone. Okay. Its extremely soft wings make no sound in flight. It silently sneaks up on prey without being...
Read that again.
Its extremely soft wings make no sound in flight. It silently sneaks up on prey without being detected.
Pidgey?
No, good guess.
That one doesn't fly though. It might. I'm gonna take a wild stab at it because it sneaks up and say Halucha.
You're both wrong. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read an attack name. Attack name is Speedwing.
You just said that in the text.
I didn't say that.
It sneaks up quietly, fast.
Come on, y'all can recall the speed.
An attack is Speedwing?
Yep.
Wattrel?
No.
Well, there goes my guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Alrighty, here's the ability already. Jewel Seeker.
Buzz.
Yeah, let's hear
it. Noctowl.
That's right.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
You won't
on the board.
I wanted to read the attack name because I had a feeling if I read the ability, it was instantly gonna be said.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't even thinking of the Noctowl side.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
See, gotta find them. Okay. In the past, noble families entrusted their vault keys to a blank.
Klefki.
Dang, I didn't even get a finish.
Am I right?
That was right.
Hell
She's
yeah.
right. I was gonna say the same thing, but you got there first.
Jeez. All right, it's tied game. I got to look this one up. Not on my phone real quick because it was too blurry. Give me 2 seconds. I have a tendency to talk out loud when I type, so I'm gonna try to focus not to do.
Fills the blank space here.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon us while we have technical difficulties. One Up Games. Is that how I said it?
Yeah, that's it
Okay.
right there. It was like that channel. It's like Activision kind of. You're like,
Yeah. I told you I wasn't going to be demure and silent.
Of course, I pull up a Japanese version of it.
oh my goodness.
Read that one, Dalton. Read
Oh
that.
yeah. I got you. Okay, come here. Can this be? Honestly, I might just go in the living room and get the actual card. Okay, I can read this. Y'all ready?
Ready.
It is possible that this creature. Wait, hang on. It is possible this is the. Oh, it is possible that this is the creature listed as blank in an expedition journal that still holds many mysteries.
Hmm?
That could be any Paradox Pokemon because that's what it says in the game.
Would you like me to read it one more time?
Yes.
It is possible that this is the creature listed as blank in an expedition journal that still holds many mysteries.
I'm going to guess Terapagos.
That is wrong. Got a guess, baby?
I don't.
Alrighty, y'all ready for the next hint?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Pokemon is a dark basic type, or a basic card.
That's not a hint.
It is. The dark basic.
Dark basic. Petulant.
No.
Okay.
What you got, Harley?
Read the flavor text again.
It is possible that this is the creature listed as blank in the expedition journal that still holds many mysteries.
Root Bonnet.
Nope. All right. You ready for attack?
Mm-hmm.
Next hint. It's kind of funny. I didn't realize this. Speedwing.
Better not be no Noctowl.
I didn't realize I had the same attack on the card as the Noctowl.
Could it be Murkrow? Is it dark?
Is that your official guess?
Did you say it was a dark Pokemon, or did
I
the
did say it
text
was the dark. I did say it was
Dark
dark and it was a basic.
Speedwing, huh?
It's a tiebreaker.
It is the tiebreaker. It is not Murkrow.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready for the last hint? Y'all should get it off of this, so y'all better be quick. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
No.
Has a second attack. Vengeance Fletching.
Buzz.
Oh, you got to spit it out. Don't be thinking about it if you're going to buzz. Oh, you can't buzz just because, you got to, come on. If Harley buzzes in just because you buzz.
What was the attack?
Vengeance Fletching.
And it's a dark basic?
It's a dark basic.
This is. I can picture it. I can't think of the name.
Whoever spits it out first. You know you buzz because it's been a while since you buzzed. That didn't give it away? Y'all both lost on me?
I know what it is. I just can't think
it
of the
Roaring Moon?
name.
It is Roaring Moon.
You said it wasn't going to be an EX.
It's not an EX, it's the baby Roaring Moon.
Baby Roaring Moon.
The baby.
Yeah, Vengeance Fletching, the one that does 10 damage for every.
Yeah.
Yep, Harley got it.
And so what does that mean if I get 3 before she does?
What does that mean, baby?
You don't get nothing. You win nothing. Good day, sir.
Win. I still win, and Weedle is still brown.
Oh my god.
Good job, Harley.
Thank you. I've been looking
Yeah,
forward to
yeah,
that all
yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
You came back though. You almost got me.
I almost did. I couldn't think of the freaking one.
Alrighty. On to the next segment.
Yeah, so we have a card spotlight for this week. We had Harley choose it for this week.
As we do with our guests.
Yes, as we do with our guests. Harley, what did you choose this week?
I chose something that it's not a Pokemon, and I didn't think a lot of people would pick it, but it's one that I've been eyeing since it came out with Surging Sparks, and that is Surfer.
I gotcha.
Surfer. So with that one, you switch your active with one of your benched Pokemon, and when you do, you draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. The decks, I was thinking about this one a lot. A lot of what we've seen in Scarlet and Violet era of TCG is on your next turn you can't attack. Usually it's accompanied with 220. With Palafin, the deck I've been playing a lot, it's 250, but you can't attack the next turn, so you have to get back to the bench. And
that's why you're looking at a card that helps you switch. Oh, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Player over here.
But there are a lot of cards that you can't use this attack on next turn, like Miraidon.
Yeah, agreed.
Or the first Miraidon. So there's been there's been an influx of those cards where you can't use it on the second turn, so to get the attack. And then in decks where, like Palafin, like I've been playing, where you don't have a lot of draw support, this gives you cards to look at.
Yeah.
So it can be used to get you back to the bench and then help you get back up front, with a retreat or something. You retreat into what's popular on what's its name? I can't think of the name of the dark one.
Morpeko.
Morpeko. So with no retreat cost, or when it has nothing, or a Cleffa or something, and you can switch back. This card can help you get that attack back out when normally you couldn't. And I think that it's underrated.
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, it's one of those like when a new set comes in and I go through sorting all my cards, I usually grab supporters and hang on to them and put them in our potentially playable box, because you never know, like cards like these, like it may never be like a staple right now, like it's not a bot, not a Professor's Research, but those cards will eventually rotate for one. And then two, it may just not be the right need. Kieran, I put this on Kieran. Kieran is one of those cards that plays, if you need this kind of effect in this certain deck, like a Palafin. Like, I agree. Like you said, it helps out, switching and draw power. That's, two very important effects for that deck specifically.
Definitely.
Right. Any draw power is always nice. And 5's not a bad number.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not. And especially if you're kind of low in your hand, like, drawing up 5 is a bibs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Kind of like a switch Bibberel.
It is. Now, a question I always ask is, like, would you rather have other? Because it does take. That is one thing. But when it will kind of, I don't know. Now I see that we're you pick, because to me it sounds like a great addition into Palafin.
It is a great addition into Palafin.
Palafin can hit for 250, so you don't have to worry about necessarily bossing it, because you're usually going to hit with active and probably kill it.
Yeah. And when people boss up something to get your Palafin out of the active, it's always go ahead and knock it out, because I'm coming right back in and I'm going to swing down your throat.
Absolutely.
But or say you get stuck with a Mimikyu, for instance. I think there's enough space for decks with that. Like, I can't hit a Mimikyu with a Palafin, but I could switch into something else and get some more draw cards and maybe find something I can. I don't know. I think it's an underrated card that's probably going to get overlooked a good bit. But I think as they come out with more cards, I think we'll see more play with it because of the draw power.
Yeah. I think that saves it. If it was any less, I feel like, if it was your typical like draw 3 or something like that, or draw 2, like how they did with Gardenia's Vigor, they hurt that card by, I think you only draw 2 off of it.
2,
right?
But draw until you have 5 is nice. It's definitely one to hold on to, keep a little stockpile of, because you never know.
Yep,
that's right.
Awesome. I like it. Nice card spotlight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's talk about our week plans this week.
I got you.
We have the League Cup and 1K at 1UP on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
1UP Games.
1UP Games.
EA Sports. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
So Harley, Surging Sparks is going to be legal for this, correct?
100% legal.
All right,
can't wait.
100% legal. Don't bring your slate
I'm
king.
not bringing
You're gonna get
Flaking.
bodied.
Don't worry, I'm not. Slots.
So we'll go to that, and then Sunday locals at 1UP as well at 1UP
Are
Games.
we playing anywhere Thursday? We actually have Thursday, unless
Yeah.
I'm not going to Atlanta. I swear, I'm not going to Atlanta again this week.
Yeah, what we're gonna do Thursday?
I don't know. We'll figure out where we go there. Potentially, we always leave Thursday because it's middle of the week. Like you said, Harley, yeah, we have stuff going on.
Yeah.
You work Thursday. I work. We all work during the day, so it's like if we're filling up to it, we'll either hit up 1UP or breaking two both of our Thursday.
I've kind of wanted to see what Breaking Bangers is about.
Yeah, you had to come out on a Thursday.
I sure will.
That's the tough part.
Yeah. So that is all the time we have for this week's episode of the Pear podcast.
Any plans for Harley? That's just us.
Oh, Harley, do you have any plans this week? What are your plans?
To judge a League Cup and 1K at 1UP Games.
All right, at 1UP Games.
I'll probably do the locals on Sunday though. We have a trade night that night, but that should give me enough time to play at least play locals. I get to play the locals when I'm not judging big events, so I'll have to beat Keisha and Dalton then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, if you bring Palafin though, I'll have him ride on honor.
Yeah.
What's funny is Keisha and I go back and forth with Palafin. Like she beats me, I beat her. But with you, I have yet to beat you with Palafin. You always somehow find a last minute trick to beat it.
Yeah, you gotta just think critically, you know.
Yeah.
At 1UP Games.
At 1UP Games.
All right. Harley, is there any shout outs? I don't know if you're on social media, anything like that, or any shout outs you want to give, or we appreciate you being on.
Oh, I was looking forward to this. I was like, well, I hope they ask me one day. And then you did. And I was in tears.
Your world was complete.
It was. I was dreaming of this day. No, I'm just kidding. I was looking forward to it. It's all week long since you've asked me, and I've been having a lot of fun getting ready. Finding me anywhere on social media, Legend of Harley, because I'm a Legend of Zelda nerd. But I'm everywhere there, and you come see. We joke 1UP Games, but come see us. It's a lot of fun. If you don't come play, we got a lot of good stuff in store. If you're a collector, we got a ton of good cards. But come play with us on Sundays and sometimes Thursdays at 1UP.
Absolutely. We will do it. That's all the time we have left for this week's episode of the podcast. Shout out to you, Harley. Thank you for being our guest on the podcast. We appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. And yeah, with that, I think we're going to peace out.
Sounds like a plan.
Wait a minute.
Bye.
Wait.
I heard a wait.
Wait.
You didn't tell them to like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right.
Wow,
Thank you, Harley.
Right here.
Comment and subscribe to the podcast if you have not already. What are you waiting for? We're on episode 14. Like, share, subscribe, comment on the Pear podcast. Like the fruit. Okay? Bye.
Bye.